Hi, and welcome back to the Interstellar Hobo. Hope you've had a good week. We've been talking about Apple tags and beacons, and I want to talk about silencing an Apple tag. If your Apple tag gets away from you, and say a friend of yours has it, after an hour or so, it's going to start making a noise because it sees an iPhone close, but it knows that it's a distance from your iPhone. So it's basically making a noise so that person can find it and return it to you. So that's a good thing, right? Well, unfortunately, someone that might want to take whatever your asset is you've got the tag in, if they understand that, they're going to listen for that tag. And when they hear it, they're going to remove it and disable it so that you can't get your asset back. So I have an Apple tag on my motorcycle and on my e-bike, but they are pretty well hidden. And so I have disabled the speaker in both of them. And I'm going to show you in this video how to do that. So let's take a look. It's very easy. So when it comes to reassembly, the first thing you want to pay attention to before you take it apart, you see those three green rectangles? Well, those are on the board that's underneath that white cover, and they have to protrude from those three holes. So when you assemble it, you need to make sure you see all three of those they're like silver bumps. They have to be all protruding through the holes that they go in before you snap that back together. Up at about 11 o'clock is a purple line. You need to draw a marking line across the white to the gray. The gray is actually a plastic insert, and you need to do that so you get that properly lined up. I suppose you could just line up the three chrome dots in the rectangles, but sometimes just a marking line is a little easier. Now you see the three orange arrows. That is where you take a razor knife or a sharp pocket knife blade, and you just work it between the white outer hard ring and the soft plastic gray. You want to do it in those three areas where I have those arrows pointing. If you notice, that's also where the slots are for the locking tabs for the chrome cover that holds the battery in. Right there is, right in that general area are three tabs that you can't see that lock that together. So that's where you want to just kind of push your razor blade in and pry, and then it'll pop out. Once you get the cover off the tag, it'll look like the inside of a flying saucer. And there's your circuit board. And in the top left, I've got an insert of the speaker, which looks like a silver drop of metal. And that drops inside the voice coil. It's actually held in with like a glue. You can see it around the outside edge. So you just got to carefully take your knife, a razor knife, and just pry that up and work it till it comes loose, and then just pop it out. That copper coil that's in there, try not to damage that or disturb it, because if you break that, that may cause a problem with the functioning of the tag. The three green arrows are those silver dots that have to protrude through the holes in the plastic case. So you pop the speaker out, and you can throw it away, or if you want to keep it in case you decide to put it back in, you're done. You pop the tag back together, put the battery in, screw the cover on, and you're good to go. And your Apple tag is now silent, and no one will hear it if they take your asset from you, because thieves that know that they make a sound will listen for this to see if it has an Apple tag on it. So without that speaker in there, if you've got it hidden well, they won't find it. And then you're going to get your asset back. Thanks for joining me on the Interstellar Hobo.